Good day to you all. So today we are coming to the practical session number 4. This is regarding how to get the optimal solution with the concern of transportation problem. Now you are familiar with the uh, explanation, or you are now getting more knowledge regarding the transportation model, and you know how to make the distribution plan, or how to prepare a distribution plan in order to fulfill the market demand by using the transportation model. So under the lecture series we discuss about the transportation model. There are three types of basic solution methods calculation, and then you have to do with the optimal solution methods. So I told you that at the lecture series also, we can use the Excel solver to find out the optimal solution for the transportation problem. So here today we are going to discuss about how to use Excel solver to identify or to calculate the optimal solution in order to find out how to fulfill the market demand by using your uh, uh, your existing supplies, right? That means how to distribute these factories output to the desired market demand. So let's look at how we are going to calculate the transportation model optimization solution using Excel solver. Okay, now you can see our Excel sheet, Microsoft Excel sheet. Now I have given this example based on your recommended textbook. So you can refer this example in your textbook. So here we are having three sources, that means three factories, and we are having four market types. Okay, so you are given the that means transportation cost between one plant or one factory to desired market destination, right? For an example, from factory B to market S, you have to spend $464. Okay, likewise you can see this unit cost or transportation unit cost is given, or per route cost is given like this. Okay, then we need to prepare this formatting before we are going with the optimal solution. Now you can see this answer clearly. Now let's see how to make this how to take this answer based on the Excel solver, right? So I make that working out there. Now you can see the same example in here also, right? And let me expand this one a little bit. Okay, right. Now the same thing. Now here this is the destination and the sources is given. Every detail in here. Now we need to calculate this part. That means how many routes or how many transportation numbers, or how many shipment you have to inculcate, or you have to incorporate to fulfill this market demand, right? So for an example, now for the market demand for S is 80, and factory supply for B is 75. Now we need to find out how we are utilizing this 75 supply to fulfill this S demand or SA demand or R demand or AL demand, right? So likewise, now we need to find out this area. Now you can see in this example, this area is already calculated. Now today we are going to find out how we are going to calculate this, right? So before that, here we need to we need to enter our given data. Now we are having our demand, and here we are having our supply. Okay, right. Now supply is given for the B 75, for E 125, and for A 100. For A it's 100, right? So then for the demand for the destination or market S is 80, and SA is 65, R is 70, and AL is 85. Now you can see that here this one is already calculated in here as well as here. Now you know that under the transportation model, we make sure that all the demand going to be fulfilled based on the given supply. Now by looking at this given case, the case is balance, right? I told you that in your lecture series, if it is not balanced, you have to incorporate dummy demand or dummy supply. But in this case, in the first example, it is a balance case. Right now, you can see it is a 200 demand as well as 200 supply is given. Okay, so therefore, this is a balance transportation problem. So we don't need to incorporate or we don't need to include dummy supply or dummy demand. Right, now let's look. So now you can see here what we are taking as a demand. So now let's see how we are going to calculate this transportation model solution. Right. So here we need to calculate this tableaus, this cells, and we need to calculate our total transportation cost. Okay. Right. Now look at here. In here we are using this cell. That means that is our total demand fulfillment. Right. So we call it as a total received. Right, you can use your own words. Right, I'm using as total received. Right, then in here we need to find out how much of the shipment we are going to allocate for this particular factories. Therefore, I just total as total shift. Right, here also you can use your own words to read. Right, it doesn't too much matter. Okay, so then here we know that whatever we have our market demand, we need to fulfill. Therefore, your middle one, that means in the middle part, your sign should be equal. Right? It doesn't mean that you need to have a less than or equal or greater than or equal sign, because we need to fulfill what is the market demand as it is. Right? We cannot fulfill market demand by less, as well as we cannot provide more goods or services more than the market demand. Therefore, we are using this equal sign. Okay, so you can use this equal sign, as well as for the supply also we can use the exactly same supply to fulfill the market demand. Right, therefore in here also we are using same equal sign for the required symbol. Right, now we need to calculate this sales. Right, so it says that your destination demand fulfillment or your requirement of the demand fulfillment should be equal with these three cells. Right, that means you have to fulfill this 80 demand requirement of S market, but you by using these three factories supply. Therefore, your total demand requirement fulfillment should be equalized to the equation or to the sum of these three cells. Therefore, we put the command in here equal sum. That means the total sum from this three market. Right? Then you can put enter. So it's getting 0 because there's no any other value in here. Because that's the thing we need to calculate. Likewise, for the destination SA, we are having 65 demand requirement. So we have to fulfill that 65 demand requirement by utilizing these three supply sources. Therefore, this one also equal sum, and we have to put it like this. Right? So other one also we can use the same. Right? So sum, it should be equal to this three supply sources. And lastly, it also equals sum, and we can use these three sources. Right? So the shipment also, that means we are having 75 supply from plant B or factory B. So by using this 75 supply, we have to fulfill this for market demand. That market demand has to be fulfilled with the required, that means the given supply amount. Therefore, it has to be equal. In here also, it has to be equal the total of the market demand. Right? So similar in here. So the factory E, for the factory E, it has 125 supply amount. That 125 need to be distributed with these four markets. So therefore, this total shipment need to be equal the summation of this four market demand requirement. Therefore, we have to put the command in here also, sum It should be equal this for market demand, and we get the result, right? Lastly, we have put the other last one. Okay, so it is sum, and then we have to make this here. Now our total demand and total supply requirement, or the calculation requirement is over. Now we need to find out what should be our total cost, right? How we are going to calculate our total transportation cost. Now in here you are given the information regarding the unit transportation cost, or per batch or per route transportation cost from one factory to one market. Okay, so your total transportation cost you can be calculated by utilizing how much of route or how much of shipment we are going to distribute it from factory B to market S, or market SA, market R, or market AL. Then we have to multiply it by our per route cost. Right? Now for an example, if you are getting in here 5, that means your total cost should be equal 465 into 5, right? Likewise, we have to calculate that total cost. Therefore, we give in here the command for the total cost, right? Here we give the command for the total cost. It should be equal, right? It should be equal some product. That means we are given some range of the product, range of the detail, like what we discussed in our linear programming model also, right? So this product need to be equal. Right, this can be calculated by utilizing all the unit route cost. Okay, unit route cost multiply. That means you have to put comma in between that range, and it should be multiplied by using this number of routes or number of shipment from one factory to one marketplace. Right? Then you can put enter. Okay, so if in here if you put 2, you can see that 464 multiplied by 2, you are getting this value, right? Okay, so I will do it again. Okay, I will do it again. Now we need to calculate total transportation cost. How we are going to calculate total transportation cost? We need to multiply the per route cost or per shipment cost with number of shipment from factory to desired market destination. Then in here we give the command some product. Okay, some product, and you have to double click it. Then you can see this bracket open. Now you have to give the requirement detail. That means you have to multiply this per route cost into, that means you have to put comma with the number of routes you are going to fulfill, from you are going to incur from destination to supply source. Then you put enter. Okay, now I believe that you understand it, right? So just put the sum product. Now you can see in here also the command you can appear. Okay, right. Okay, so I have to do it again. Right here, I'm doing it again. Equal sum product. Okay, so you have to select the per route cost, put comma, and then select the number of routes we are going to calculate. That's the thing we need to calculate. Okay, then put enter. Right, still it getting 0. If you put in here, let's say 2, you will get the answer. Now we need to calculate this amount for the sales. That means we have to find out how much of shipment or how much of route batch going to be incurred from factory S to factory B to market S, market SA, R, AL. Likewise, factory E to 4 destination, factory A to 4 destinations. Right. Now we are going to make our calculations. Right. Here we have to go to the data. Now you know all the things, right? Data, and put the solver. Okay. You have to insert the solver. Now you can see I have already calculated this thing. So I have to reset. Okay. Right. Now here you are asking what is your set objective. Now you know we need to calculate total transportation cost. Right. Therefore, please select this your command cell in here, right? That is your sum product cell, right? Here you have to select it as not a maximization. Now it is a minimization one. Okay. Then here it asks what would be your changing variable cells. That means where your decision making cells, right? Now you know we need to calculate how much of shipment we are going to incorporate, or we are going to incur from shipment from factory B to market S, SA, R and A. Therefore, this is our decision variable sales, right? That's a decision we need to take. Okay, then we know that we need to calculate we need to include our constraints, right? Therefore, go with this constraint window and just click add. Now we are asking what are your constraints. Okay, now we know that whatever we need to fulfill our demand, that means your total received sales, right? So you can see it highlighting here, the total received sale need to be equal, right, total demand of the market, right? It is exactly equal to the total demand of the market, right? Then you select it, then click add. Okay, then it disappeared and it incorporate into your constraint tableau, constraint window, right? Then our second one, your supply need to be equal your total shipment values, right? Therefore, in here also you have to select this sales, right, and change the symbol as equal, and your constraints are this, because these are your maximum supply, right? Then click OK. Now you can see that your two constraints are getting in here, right? I select all the things together because everything sign is equal, right? Otherwise you can select one by one, right? This one, this one again, right? You should equal this one and this one, right? So